Hi, it's Draz coming to you from our basement and in my pajamas. Our YouTube channel is still in its infancy. We barely have 24 videos yet, with just a couple thousand views between them all. And Raven's Hollow Paranormal is still a very new organization. We're not very well known in the paranormal community yet. Despite that, for our very first investigation, I was able to book us at Fort Knox, Maine, a very busy state-owned historical landmark with over 100,000 visitors per year. So how did I manage that without any inside sources? I'm not going to do what a lot of other How I Did It videos do and string you along with a whole lot of words that say nothing until the very end. I'm just going to cut to the chase. There was no secret. It was just courteous professionalism and due diligence. You have to remember, if you're a paranormal investigator and you're trying to gain access to a site to investigate, especially after hours, you're seeking a privilege. You're also trying to gain the trust of the property owner or the site administrators. They want to be assured that you're going to take good care of their property. Now, every site will be different. When it came to Fort Knox, I did my due diligence before I ever reached out to their staff requesting an overnight investigation. I went to their website and I started reading, and I found that in their FAQ, they laid out all of the things that you needed to do to book an overnight tour. There was a list of all the forms you had to fill out, contracts that you had to sign, fees that you had to pay, insurance that you had to acquire. And then when I sent my first email to the Fort staff, I came with receipts. I had the forms already filled out. I made reference to and acknowledged an understanding of next steps. I was very polite. And from that point forward, it took many weeks of communicating back and forth, seeking their help and guidance to finally settle on a date. And we ended up having a wonderful experience. I formed relationships with members of the Fort staff and with 207 Paranormal that will open up doors for future investigations. And I learned a lot in that process too. So now that we've accomplished that, I'm starting the same thing all over again for many other sites around Bangor, Maine, and New England. And hopefully we'll have a lot of future successful investigations that we can share with you. So remember, if you're a paranormal investigator and you want to gain access to cool sites like Fort Knox, courteous professionalism and due diligence. Those are the key. There's no secret to it. You just have to put in the work. We'll see you on our next investigation.